So I saw a trending video that the mother-in-law was talking to the wife and said it was cultural for her to pack her plates, to take to the kitchen and all of that. So in this video, people gave their opinion. Or your mother-in-law is your mother. Whatever you're going to do to your mother, also do to your mother-in-law. Blah blah blah. Yada 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 yada. Now let me tell you guys something. Your mother-in-law is your mother-in-law. Your mother is your mother. It is only scriptural, to take your mother-in-law as your mother, because you and your husband, you're joining as one. Two shall become one. So whatever is yours automatically belongs to your husband. Whatever is your husband also automatically becomes yours. But now let me tell you something. This world that we are in, this African world that we are in, sometimes we want to, put spirituality into our marriages. We want to put spirituality into a lot of things. But the truth of the matter is there are some homes. Let us be practical. Let's be truthful now. There are some homes that it doesn't apply to them. Your mother-in-law is your mother-in-law. Your mother is your mother, no matter how much you want to fight it. Now, that is not to say that there are some mother-in-laws that actually act like your mother. There are some mother-in-laws that people would see and like, oh, I desire this kind of a mother-in-law in my life. There are some mother-in-laws like that, those that has decided in their heart that they will be so good and true to their daughter-in-laws or to their son-in-law, just as they are true to their own children. Now, I'm going to give you a very short story to summarize or to explain what I'm actually trying to pass across to you all. Before I share the story, in that video, she was like, oh, pack my plate, it's cultural, it's blah, blah, blah. The truth of the matter is, it's simple courtesy. It's not cultural. It is not it's not traditional to just pack plates for an elderly person. It is simple courtesy. When you are with an elderly person, it's just courtesy for you to stand up as you're clearing your plate, or even if you're not eating and they finish eating, it's simple courtesy for you to clear their plates because they are way older than you. It's just courtesy. But when it becomes a thing of, oh, it's a must, it's a do or die affair, that is where I have the problem. Now, and people start saying, oh, treat your mother-in-law like you will treat your mother. Now, this is a story I want to share. There was this lady in the hospital. She just had a baby through CS, and her mother-in-law was there. So she was struggling to stand up. She finished eating, and after taking her pap, so she was struggling to like put the plates on the table. The mother-in-law did not move. The mother-in-law did not shake. She didn't do as if, oh, she was supposed to help that girl that particular time, and she was there to take care of this girl. Immediately the mother of this girl entered. Simple instinct told the mother, oh babe, are you done eating? She collected the daughter's plate, went to wash the daughter's plate. In fact, the daughter now instructed her mother, now listen, the daughter instructed her mother to do something else for her because she doesn't have the capacity at the time to do it. And the mother gladly and willingly did it for the daughter. Now, this is where the line is. You cannot tell your mother-in-law to do it for you. It will be termed as disrespect. In our culture, Yoruba culture, Nigeria, it will be termed as disrespect. In Africa, you understand, as a whole, it will be termed as disrespect. So I want you to know that there is a thin line between your mother-in-law and your mother. So whenever you are trying to act so comfortably with this particular person, remember that she was not the one that actually birthed you. And also remember that she grew up differently from you. Also remember that she had come to this life before you and she had already had an experience before you. That is it. Now, in this particular video I'm using as an example, the mother-in-law called her son a whip. A pimp, yeah. And somebody was saying, no, your son is not a pimp. Why? Because she's used to a certain type of marriage. She's used to a certain type of relationship. She's not used to this loving type of marriage. You would see it in her eyes. She's not used to a certain type of marriage, like, oh, a man takes care of his wife, a man defends his wife, a man protects his wife. She is not used to that, structure. So it became a problem seeing a son in that particular, in that particular line. It became a problem for her. So it is very, very necessary for you as, daughter-in-laws out there, son-in-laws out there, to know where your parents-in-laws are coming from before you try to mingle with them. Try to know their kind of mentality. Try to know what they try to understand them better. Yes. Before you decide if, oh, this person is my mother, I want this person to be my mother, I want this person to be, because there are some things you tell your mother, there are some things you will naturally instruct you. Now, I put the word instruction, not necessarily speaking rudely to your mother or father. There are some things you will tell your parent naturally, unconsciously. Oh, mom, dad, please, can you pass that thing for me or to me, But you cannot say that same thing to your parents-in-law. It shock you. You can't say that same thing to your parents-in-law, except of those parents-in-law that has decided to be a mother, a father, that have experienced this kind of love, and they want to pass that same love to whoever is coming to their space. So the things I'll tell you, singles out there, even the married, learn from this. Your mother is your mother. Your mother-in-law is your mother-in-law. Your father is your father. Your father-in-law is your father-in-law. There is a difference. And also learn, always try to know, for those that are just trying to get married, that they might be trying to get married now, learn one thing before you invest so much in, oh, I really want my mother-in-law, so that you don't get disappointed. I really want my mother-in-law to be my mother. I really want this. Try to know where your mother-in-law is coming from. Try to know the background she had initially. Try to know her mental state, Try to know how she thinks. Yes, try to know how she thinks. Try to know the kind of person that she is. That scenario in the hospital that I shared with you really got me baffled, because I looked at it like, okay, you are there to take care of somebody, but you could not help this person serve their food one. You couldn't help this your daughter-in-law, collect the plate, and you saw she was struggling to stand up from the bed because she just delivered of your grandchild. And you saw she was doing all of these things, but you chose to. Now let us assume she didn't see it. That's my own assumption. Let's assume she didn't see it. But the truth of the matter is, you were there. You were present. It wasn't until the mother of this girl came in, she observed all of these things, and she swung into action. So please, guys, your mother is your mother. Your mother-in-law is your mother-in-law. Yoruba used to say, ọmọ tó bá ṣípá ni ìyá ẹ̀ máa ń gbé. Yes, it's those that, how do I interpret it in English for those that don't understand Yoruba? You see, it is somebody that stretches out his or her arms. That's the child that we carry. Yeah, the child that stretches out his or her arms, that's the child that we carry. So however your mother-in-law or father-in-law actually starts with you, that is how you should observe and start. Now, does not mean you should be rude to them. Before I start trending on social media now, do not be rude to them. Respect them, because it is part of your duty to respect an elderly person. It is something you need to do as a child, as anybody. Respect those around you. So it's a general thing. You need to respect them. You need to reference them. But you should be very careful to know where this person is coming from before you open up all of your arms, so that you don't get burned at the end of the day. I hope this message actually blessed somebody out there. If it did, please, I want you to like this video, and please, I want you to also share in the comment what you think what you think about mother-in-laws, father-in-laws, and your personal parents. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to read from you all. God bless you guys. My name remains Valerie Amaka Waji. Until I come here next time, God bless you.